Hello, welcome everybody. I'm Fenton, co-founder of World of Wonder Productions. We are thrilled and happy and excited and touched and moved to be the producers of RuPaul's DragCon, co-producers along with Kamikaze, and of course RuPaul's Drag Race.
And I'm Tom Campbell, one of the executive producers of RuPaul's Drag Race. We're so excited to spend these last 2 days with you. You guys have been amazing. And we're very, very happy to announce that there will be a DragCon 2017.
April 29th and 30th, that's right? April 29th and 30th, and tickets are now on sale. You can get your weekend passes at the exact same rate as this year.
Because if Trump becomes president, the prices might go up. So that's all. Anyway, enough of us. We're all here for one reason, and he's here now, ladies and gentlemen, RuPaul.
For our second annual DragCon celebration. It's good. It's really good. And happy Mother's Day to you too. It couldn't have happened on a better day. Mother's Day, it's perfect, Mother's Day.
Yes.
You know, because who am I?
Mama.
Yeah, I sort of inherited that slogan, Mama-Roo. Just happened to be Mama-Roo. You know, the kids have dubbed me Mama-Roo. You know, everybody's looking for a mama, I guess. You know, it was true. Everybody wants that warmth, that comfort from a mother. That's what a mother, the name a mother evokes, that comforting thing, that sweet, loving, comforting thing. Of course, very few people have that, you know? Some people do. Some people, my mother was not that at all. She was Tony Charles. She was actually more of a firecracker, you know? She was not the comforting type. My mother was actually world weary. She was one of those people who, she didn't trust the world, you know? I think of, actually, and my sisters are here and they will attest to this. My mother was, she was a sad person. My mother was world weary and she didn't trust the world at all. In fact, she died about 23 years ago. Now, the official cause of death was cancer, but we all knew that Mama died from a broken heart. She was what broke her heart was the world broke her heart. She was a sweet, sensitive soul whose heart was broken by the world. And I know a lot of people here can relate to that. In fact, I remember when I was 5 years old, this is true story. I was 5 years old, my mother said to me, I'm not going to use any cuss words, there's probably kids in here, right?
Yeah.
It's okay. Are there kids in here?
We're okay, we're okay.
Okay. Well, it's true because my mother cussed like a sailor. She cussed, she's from Louisiana, and she was one of those people who just, you know, she cussed. And she didn't have a problem with us cussing either, you know? But she said to me, I was 5 years old, never forget it, she said, Rue, you are too goddamn sensitive. And it took me many years to understand really what that, and she was right, by the way. I still am, I'm way too sensitive. But it took me many years to understand what she was doing to me, was she was trying to get me prepared for the world, because she didn't want for me what had happened to her. She was a sweet, sensitive soul whose heart was broken by the world. She didn't want my heart to be broken by the world. It took me, I had to grow up a lot to understand that that's what that meant. And I think about that. I've never seen the show Wicked, but Todrick, he speeded me up on Wicked, but the bad witch apparently turned that way because of a broken heart. That she was originally a sweet, sensitive soul who had turned hard from that. And I understand that my mother's experience on this planet had been that exact same thing. Had been someone who was so sensitive and so loving, and whose heart had been broken by the world. Do you guys, did you get that? My sisters are in the front row here. And we talk about her a lot, because a lot of the people I've met throughout my life, in this crazy world, I grew up in clubs, I wanted to go with all the creative people are, just like everybody here. A lot of the people I've met over the years have that same experience, where they, sweet, open, sensitive, gorgeous, beautiful children who then go out into the world and the world breaks their heart, you know. And we also knew that Mama never got over that. She actually died from holding a grudge, really, you know. But what I'm really here to talk about is being able to overcome that, to walk through that darkness, to walk through having a broken heart, through life and your sensitivity feel like you've been taken advantage of. To take that experience and turn it around. Completely turn it around, to walk through it and not turn into the bad witch and being stuck in that, holding that grudge, you know? And I know everybody in here can relate to that experience. Let the church say amen. Amen. Everybody here can understand that. Because, you know, when I first started finding my tribe, which is what this is all about, when I found my tribe, usually it was the people who were the irreverents, the irreverent ones, who got to understand the twist of a phrase or a bad colored joke because it was so wrong. And I found my tribe through that kind of laughter. In fact, my sisters and I, we were able to overcome a lot of the just terrible stuff that happened in our house through the laughter. It was that I found my tribe through the laughter. I'm from San Diego, on channel... I used to watch Channel 13 to watch Monty Python. That was my first experience in finding the tribe outside of my sisters, you know. The irreverence, the drag, the having fun with language. And it's just hilarious. It was fabulous. So I knew when I saw it, I said, that's where I want to go. That's where I want to go. Because I knew that was going to be the relief from the disappointment of the harshness, the ugliness of the world. Because when you're a sweet, sensitive soul, you feel everything. You feel everything, which is a blessing and a curse. It's a curse if you can't overcome that. It's a blessing if you can overcome it and still retain the sensitivity that is really a gift, actually. It's really a gift. So, moving from San Diego, finding my tribe, first in theater, in the drama department. Raise your hand if you've had the same experience. That's sort of irreverent, and it's apropos that it would be the drama department, because the idea of being on stage and putting on a show and then going backstage and keying and cutting up and understanding it's just a show. That is what life is. That is exactly what life is. So I found my tribe with the theater people, and there was no turning back. And then as it moved on, it was nightclubs. But unfortunately, a lot of those people weren't able to take it to that next level. And that next level is really the most important level, which is, yes, you're disappointed by life, and yes, it can be very ugly. It can be very, very ugly and disappointing, and it can break your heart. But that next level of the experience, which is really the important one, is when you can see it as, a play, or as an idea, or as a joke, as a construct, and you don't take it too seriously. You know, my mother's problem is that she took it all too seriously. And you know, my sisters, our job was, I thought, oh, I'll make Mama laugh. I'll make them laugh. And I was right. That is the solution. You know, when you are a sweet, sensitive soul, and your heart is broken by the world, the best thing you can do is to laugh. I've told this story before. When I was at John H. Muir High School in San Diego, this girl, we were up and back smoking weed or something, and she said, you know, the most powerful spell you can cast is laughter. And when I saw the movie The Witches of Eastwick, there's a part in there where one of the witches, Jane, I think, Susan Sarandon character, is falling down some stairs, off of a banister or something, and they say, Jane, laugh, and she goes, and she starts to levitate. She starts to levitate off the ground, and I remember that girl who told me that back then, all those years ago. I remember she told me that spell, back to the wicked, you know. We're all witches, darling. No, we can be. No, we are. Don't be scared by the term witch. We are the creators of our own experience. So of course, we can turn it around. We're the alchemist in our lives. That's what's important. You can turn it around. Let the church say amen. Amen. And that's that next level of the experience of being a sweet, sensitive soul. That's the next level that most people don't get to. They either stay in the bitterness and create that cancer or whatever else, and they have to deal with it through drugs, alcohol, sex, shopping, which I'm not mad at shopping. But you have to sort of add something onto it. And those outside factors cannot fix something on the inside. They really can't. It has to be fixed from the inside out. And how you fix that is through laughter, not taking life too seriously. That's not to say that life isn't precious. That's a different sense. Life is precious. But don't take it too seriously to where you hurt your heart, to where you hurt the people around you. And this is another thing. I know that we all relate on this level. But to take it to that next level where the bitterness isn't something that actually harms you. Because, you know, initially it feels really, really good to say, oh, you know what, that ain't shit. You know, I don't like, you know, none of that is, I hate that stuff. You know what, it feels good to do that, to commiserate with other people, to do that. And you can do that, that's fine, but you've got to have a balance. You've got to have the ability to remember the sweetness and not be just angry and nasty and let the bitterness overcome you. And it's because it's very seductive. Because it feels good. You can always find a bunch of people to join a pity party and to commiserate on how horrible everything is. Because, by the way, it is horrible. It is. It is horrible. It's horrible. It's horrible. But it's also absolutely gorgeous. I tweeted the other day that I reserve the right to absolutely love something and at the same time hate it, loathe it. I reserve that right. And it's that duality, you know, night, day, man, female, woman, black, white. That's what this is. And understanding that's where, you know, that's why we are really witches. We get to choose what we are, what our experience is like. And I've found for myself, success and a way to sort of maneuver through this life through laughter, the love, and understanding the big picture. The big picture. When you back up, I just call it my Google Earth button, where it does that woo thing like that, and get to see the whole landscape and go, oh right, it's not that big a deal. I'm here experiencing life, the good, the bad, the ugly, the whole thing, everything, all of it. It's good. It's all good. So that has really been my key to maneuvering and navigating. And have I had those bad times? Oh, honey. Oh, yes. My sister Rosie here, who's a year younger than me, by the way, I was 28. I was sleeping on her couch at 28 years old. I was at the end of my rope, and a lot of people know about Saturn Returns. That's when Saturn returns to the place it was when you were born. And it's usually this god-awful place. Mine was god-awful. And after Rosie's couch, I ended up back at my mother's house, the house I grew up in after that. I gotta tell you, and I get choked up thinking about it too. My friend in New York called me up after Christmas. I was down there for Thanksgiving and then through Christmas. My friend Larry T from Atlanta, Georgia, he said, Ru, he called me and said, what are you doing? What are you doing down there? He said, I'm going to send you a plane ticket. I'm going to get your ass right back to New York where you belong. And you're going to pay me back this plane. You're going to pay me back one go-go gig on a go-go box. You'll pay me back that money. You wake up. Wake up. Don't go into this Wizard of Oz again, you know. Wake up out of that dream you're having. Wake up. You need people around you who are able to do that for you. Wake your ass up. Hey, remember who you are. He did that for me. I got back there and I said, you know, when I go back to New York, I'm going to lose this weight. First of all, I'm going to lose this weight. And I'm going to what? Let them have it. And I did. I really did. I went back there, you know, because there was a short time before that where I thought, okay, you know, there was a short time where I thought, okay, I probably need to do my sort of androgyny thing and not do drag and sort of, you know, give them what show business would want. And I went, you know, when I go back to New York, I'm going to give them drag. I'm going to shave the hair off of my legs. I'm going to shave my chest. I'm going to wear titties. I thought, you know what? Because I knew that I knew I could turn it out. I just thought, well, but that won't work. I mean, I thought, you know, yeah, I do drag really well, but that's not going to work. So I can get to, you know, the big guns. But I was wrong. I needed people. I needed to hear my voice. I crowded it up with all of this self-pity and all of this stuff. Anyway, I did get to New York, and I was around my tribe of people who were able to wake me up. And that's, you know, it feels good to have that bitterness, to have a tribe of people who get, you know, everything's so screwed up, I hate that, But you have to align yourself with people who are aligned with the light, who are aligned with the love, who understand the whole landscape. That whatever you speak into the world is what you get. You know, life says, I'll be whatever you want me to be. What do you want? Speak it. And that's what you will get. And you know that. You know that in your heart of hearts. That's why it's so important to align yourself with those people. And I still do to this day. You know, I don't get too choked up in here. I'm actually looking at him right now. Man, Randy and Fenton, I tell you, I met them in 1985, and I am working with them MFs to this day. I've been working with them because they get it. They get the irreverence. They get the positivity. They know how to roll up those sleeves and get to work. Because a lot of those people who will say, "Oh, everything, this ain't shit. I hate all that." Those people are, the ones. You know them. We all know them. They're everywhere. They get the idea they're intelligent, they're smart, but those other people are stuck in the victimhood that life has not given them what they deserve. Now, flash forward to people like Randy and Fenton and Tom and all the people at World Wonder that we work with. These people, they understand the darkness, but they say, well, let's do something about it. Let's roll up these sleeves and create something. Most things don't work. Most things don't work. But if you do enough of them, one thing's got to stick. And we got a winner with Drag Race, ladies and gentlemen. Through this show, we have been able to use this platform as a launching pad for not 2 queens, not 20 queens, for 100 queens. With the people who can get the work. Yeah, we understand how bad things can get. Everybody does, really. But align yourself with the people who can roll up their sleeves and make something happen. Make something happen in your life. The fact that you are here today in this gorgeous, gorgeous event means that you know you have the potential to create beauty and magic. You can see magic. That's why you're here. You want to align yourself with the magic people. Because this world needs you. There are children here. You saw the kids. This year we had so many kids. And they're just beautiful. So yes, I'm Mama Ru and I'm proud of it. Imagine growing up with all of this wildness, seeing people live their lives without any restriction. I'm looking at a man with a cat painted on his face right now. It's beautiful. I love it. It's gorgeous. It's fabulous. That's what this is about. And this is we talk about movement. This is a movement. This is what this is all about. We are God experiencing life on this planet. We're not separate from one another, by the way. We are one organism. We're one thing experiencing humanity, experiencing life on this planet together. And we get to decide where we want to land with this, whether it's the darkness and light. Listen, and by the way, darkness, light, it's all good. You get to choose. It's not that the darkness is bad. I've been to the darkness. I don't want to spend time there. I spend a lot of time there. I don't want to go there. It's not my thing. It's not my thing. No judgment, though. No judgment. You need that balance. The balance is there. Light day, it's okay. I choose to stay on the light side, on the lightness of creation and color and beauty. It gets me out of bed in the morning. That's what gets me out of bed in the morning. The color, the music, the dancing. I love it. I love it. That's that sweetness. And I tried to I tried to do that for my mother. I tried to say, you know, you don't have enough light. Here, have some mine. She couldn't take it. She couldn't accept it. She couldn't take it. She was married. Her identity was tied to the victim of being, that the world had broken her heart. And if you identify with that, if you decide that that is what your identity is, that is what you will get. That's what you'll get. And I'm a living witness up here. I was a little boy, San Diego, with dreams to go and become an international star. I didn't know how I was going to do it. I really did. I had no idea, but I was open to the possibility. And each of you here, the fact that you're here right now means you have it. You have it. You're the ones. You're the ones with the ability to go out and be the mother to all of these children out here, the mother of invention, the mother of the house of extravaganza, the mother of whatever you choose to do, whatever you choose to do. And I want to help you do that. I really do. But I got to tell you, a lot of those kids that we grew up in the East Village with back here, they're still there because they chose their identity to be a starving artist or a struggling artist. I'm not a struggling. I am an artist. Your words are important. Life says I'll be whatever you want to be. And if you speak what you want it to be, what you are, then that is what you will get. That's what you'll get. It's not rocket science, people. What is rocket science, by the way? I don't know what it is. I don't care. It's not really complicated. It's really not complicated. And I'm here to tell you, if I can do what I've done, and I too am, I'm amazed at what I've been able to do. But I haven't done it alone. I've not done it alone. There are people who are here, my tribe, Randy and Fenton, have helped me. We have helped each other because when you align yourself with people who can see the light, that is what you'll get. That's what you'll get. And that's why children here this time, and all of you gorgeous people from around the world, we've got Brazil, Argentina, Canada, Germany, Ireland, and a lot of people from Michigan for some reason. I don't know what that is. I don't know what that is. A lot of people from Michigan. If you're from Michigan, raise your hand, please. Look, a lot of people from Michigan. Yes. All over the world, people come for DragCon, which is more than just a convention. Drag queens. It is a movement because drag is really about the people who are able to see what you put out on stage and what you're like backstage, that sort of duality. It's such an important movement because it says, I understand that I have to choose an identity, that who I am and all this stuff, but it also says, you know what, I get that, but I'm gonna do whatever I want to do. I'm gonna do sparkles and colors and music and things and all kinds of lovely things with my life. I'm looking at all you beautiful people out here, and it makes my heart feel so beautiful. I love you so much. This is what makes me happy. Don't let this experience go by without you sharing all of this beautiful talent, your ability to see colors and to see movement and music. Don't let it go to waste. Share it with these children. Be the mother of all of these gorgeous children. Show them how to do it. Show them how, if you have a friend who's having, call them up and say, you know what, get your ass up. Remember who you are. Remember, don't forget. Wake up. I love it in The Wizard of Oz where they say, come on, Dorothy, wake up. She's in the poppy fields, which is an analogy for drugs and stuff. It's true. That's what it is. Wake up, come on, you gotta get going. Remember where we were headed? Remember where we were headed. Don't forget who you are. You are God's gift to this world. You are God. Can you handle that? Without that. So on this Mother's Day, which is such a beautiful day, I think about my mother. Oh, I loved her so much. I loved her so much. They called her Mean Miss Charles. And I used to say, well, she's not mean, because she's just very direct. She's very direct, you know. But I loved her so much, and I got to tell you, there's not a day that goes by I don't think about her. I think about her, and I see people, I know people who are just like that. I want to take their hand and say, come on. But, you know, some people you can't do that with, and you gotta know when it's, I'm gonna let you do your thing. I'm gonna let you do your thing. It's sad, but it's heartbreaking. Oh God, we know the people we come up with, we know so many of them. But some do it. We had vendors here. Tish and Snooki from Manic Panic were here. Yeah. And we know them from the East Village. And if you got colored stuff, if your real hair is colored with a day glow, it's probably Manic Panic. They started that company in '77, I think. And they're from our hood, and they are successful and loving it, and it is just a joy. And it was just great to see them here. But I'm going to take the company at World of Wonder they created. It's almost like the island of lost souls in a way, because it's the freaks, it's sort of the misfits of not just the everyday culture, but of gay culture. Because a lot of times in gay culture, people are trying to assimilate and try to be the same as whatever came before them. You know, that's cute. It's not my thing, but it's yours, and I respect you for it. But it's been a haven for sort of misfits who love life and love colors. And, you know, we got so many gorgeous people in our stable of talent. You know, T.S. Madison is in the house. Give her a big round. Stars. Big Frida's in the house. Give her a big round. This is where you want to align yourself. This is where you want to align yourself. Not only, you know, mother yourself. We had to learn how to mother ourselves. My sisters, Renee and Renetta, really my mothers. They taught me about, you know, pop culture. They once told me that Cher never wore dresses. That's a lie. It's not true. But I remember hearing that from my sisters and thinking, wow, that's really cool. This is 1967, by the way. Never wore dresses. Interesting. And I fell in love with Cher at that moment. It's not true, but you know, my sisters were my mothers. They, you know, got me books and, you know, be the mother to these younger children. Be the mother to yourself. You didn't have a good mother? Mother yourself. Mother yourself with a group of people who can say, remember who you are. Remember what you came here to do. Don't forget. There's no bad ideas. No bad ideas. Learn how to mother yourself. And that's what I want to talk to you guys about today. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you got something from it. Now what we're going to do now is we're going to take some questions from the audience. Now, Tony, you told me there was a microphone somewhere. I'll probably hear you. If you ask the question, I will, is that Roland? Is that you? Roland, with a 5.0, black top down so my hair can blow. Nothing's on standby, waiting to say hi. Did you stop? No. Okay, so Roland, come over here, Roland. There's a microphone over here. Oh, she's wearing heels. She's turning into a woman before my very eyes. Hi, is the mic on? Trevor, you turn his mic on? There he goes.
All right.
Yeah.
Is there a coffee table book coming at all?
So, say your name and where you're from.
My name is Roland. I live in LA now.
Where are you from?
From Detroit originally.
Hey, Michigan! What's your question,
So
Roland?
when is the coffee table book coming?
You know, listen.
I want one.
Well, we've been planning something with Matthew. Is Matthew here? Matthew Anderson. We've been planning something with the Thank you, Roland. That's a lovely question. We've been wanting to do that, but the thing is, people don't buy books. You know, you'll buy a book. Yeah? Okay. You. When was the last time you bought a coffee table book? Define coffee table book. Okay, all right. Well, Roland, I think we do want to do that. We would love to do that. We'll see. I mean, we might want to just do it as an electronic book. Okay. So, Unicorn, let me see if I remember your name. Let's see. Oh, I know. Right. Right. Wait a minute. Okay, you told me a story. I've been signing for the past 2 days. She told me the story. Oh, you had the roller skates, and you tried to roller skate, but you fell on your ass.
Multiple times.
Multiple times, yes. What's your question? What's your name? Where are you from?
My name is Melinda. I'm from Berkeley.
Berkeley, California. What's your question?
So my question is about Drag Race. I've never seen on the show that you go into the apartment or the hotel where the queens stay during the show, and I'm wondering if that's a choice for privacy, or what's the reason behind that?
Money. It costs too much money to leave the studio. Thank you, darling. What's your name? Where are you from?
Everybody say love.
Yeah.
I love you, Rue.
What's your name? Where are you from?
My name is Rashida. I'm from Brooklyn, New York.
Brooklyn in the house.
My gorgeous sister is back there, and it was her belated birthday gift. And my graduation present, because I graduate next.
And there's a question in here
There is
somewhere.
a question. Okay. Can I just make like a comment? Okay.
Oh, Lord, a comment.
Nice, good.
Oh, Lord.
The first time I ever saw you, I was 11 years old.
Thank you.
And you were on, what is it, remote control? Is it remote control or lip service? And I thought you were so gorgeous. And
I think it was the Ed Sullivan Show, right?
It was important for me to see a positive image of a black illusion of a woman. And then I finally realized that that's a dude. But I still love you anyway. And I have like a shady question. Like, why did you charge for us to meet you? Because I really wanted to meet you.
Somebody key her car.
My darling, I don't have a car in New York. Okay, and then I was thinking, were you thinking of possibly making a spin-off, like the lip sync for your life, to just like make a lip sync, real lip sync?
I think you're describing lip sync battle, aren't you?
Yeah. Well, no, you know.
Yeah, no, trust me. We have tried to, we will use every piece of that pig, honey. Not the asshole.
Can I shake your hand?
Come on up here, Rashida. You can shake my hand, and then I can pitch your ass. Come over here. Let him see how you look. Come on. precious. No comment. Happy birthday.
Hi, Mama Ru.
Hi, what's your name? Where are you from?
My name's Harper Sensation. I'm up from San Diego. I've been honored to be in the same room as you. My question has to do with, I work in an office. It's a professional setting. It's in downtown San Diego.
I'm familiar with offices, yes.
My question has to do with the line between that professionalism and that kind of uptight atmosphere and the art that I'm doing. I just would like to hear your thoughts on, I think I do a good job of bringing it to the table and opening people's minds to drag in the office, but it really is an atmosphere where it's not known and it's not, necessarily comfortable. So I almost feel like I have that purpose to really bring it to the table and show it that it's not, a scary
I get it. No, you're like the Joan of Arc of drag.
I'd like to be, but your advice on something like that, which I still am battling, is what I would...
Well, come on. I mean, honestly, do you want, there's the office, and then there's drag, and drag is usually, a nightclub act, or, Tupperware, or whatever, you want. But do you really want to do they need to understand drag? I think the fact that drag is still punk rock, and it's still, not everybody's going to get it. Not everybody's going to get it. And you know what? They don't have to. It's okay. It's okay. Yeah, what insurance? Right? Yeah, you want to keep that separate. So, I'd lay off and just let those people be. Okay,
that's good advice. Thank you. I love you.
Hi, all right, so wait, but let me check real quick. Now, how much time do we have, Joelle? Because what was that? Minus 1 minute? We can take one more question, is that? I can take the whole line, that's it. Okay, all right. Yeah, that's not the first time I heard that. Not anymore. Okay, we have another girl here. What's your name and where are you from?
My name is Max, and I'm from Los Angeles.
Oh, I've heard of that.
I'm sorry, I'm really nervous.
No.
Okay, so I just want to ask you, would you be my mom?
Yes, I will. Oh, okay. All right, what's your name? Where are you from?
Hi, I'm Jake Castro. I'm from Reno, Nevada.
Reno, Nevada.
I love you. I feel like you're one of the great teachers of my life. So I'm going to ask a serious question. Hopefully it's relatable to the room. This is my historical pattern. I create something sickening that's incredible and everyone loves it. And then in the recreation of it, I panic. Like I turn into a psycho person. And just recently I put in this show in downtown LA and over 100 people came, we made $300, we finally made money, we were all freaking out, and we went to do it again last month, and I was a wreck. I turned into a crazy, I didn't even know who that person was, it was a disaster. We did not make money. So I wanted to ask.
That's a great question. I meant to talk about that earlier, because the truth of it, don't believe everything you think. A lot of times we get in our own heads. That's why I talk about that Google Earth button that you have to press and step back from something and understand that, you have to let it breathe. If you can smother something, and your thoughts can kill the inspiration. Because as you well know, inspiration, divine inspiration, it comes through you. You're a channel of it. But your brain can squeeze the life out of it. And it's important. That's why it's important to understand that your mind, you are not your thoughts. You're not your body. And it's a weird concept. I understand. That's why it's important if you can learn to try to learn. To meditate if you can. I know a lot of people can do. They think because of movies, you think that meditation is like levitating. It's like, it's not levitating. It's being able to look at your thoughts. It's being able to become conscious of your own consciousness. I know it sounds weird. It sounds weird, but when I meditate, first this is what I do in the morning. I stretch, I pray, I meditate. That's what I do. And listen, I'm not religious. But I do, because the act of prayer, what it really does is it decodes and breaks down your ego. Your ego you have to be able to take your ego out of the equation. And the act of like bowing down is the act of saying, ego, out of the way. And what you're describing is that your ego and the way you want people to see you and how you want this to be perceived, it killed the inspiration of what you wanted to do. You don't have to do that. You have to step aside. You have to step away from the canvas and let the inspiration come through you. And the best way I've found to do that is through meditation. And a lot of people describe meditation as your thoughts being like a river that are just flowing. But the real you is sitting up on the bank looking at the river. No judgment. I'll let the thoughts go by. Let them go by. But the real you is the awareness of your thoughts. You are not your thoughts. You are the awareness of your thoughts. Learn how to do that?
Yes.
Thanks, Dom.
Thank you.
Hi, Ru.
What's your name? Where are you from?
I'm David James. I'm from Long Beach, actually.
You're David James.
Stewart.
David James from Long Beach. Is that what you said?
I work at Executive Suite. Some of these girls now.
Oh, wow.
So I was wondering, when was your hallelujah moment? Like, thank God this all paid off for RuPaul's Drag Race.
Well, drag. They keep coming. You know, I think that people talk about big breaks in Hollywood. Your big break comes all the time. Most people aren't prepared for them. You know, your big break is right now, if you decide that's your big break. But, you know, in my career, the biggest break came when I realized that people loved me in drag. But I had this idea that, well, that won't work. I have to do it like sort of androgyny, David Bowie, sort of, I've got to do this thing. Just drag is not going to work. And then my big aha moment was when I realized, well, who says that it won't work in drag? I realized I said that. I said that. So when I removed that from my consciousness, it felt like there were these ancient doors. These ancient doors opened up to me like, oh my goodness, you mean I am the creator of my own destiny? That was huge for me. And it's not just for me. It's for everybody. And all those people I described in the East Village who we grew up with who were so friggin' talented, so much talent. But they were stuck in their idea of who they thought they were. And that is key for everyone. This is not new stuff, kids, by the way. I didn't come up with it. This is what I've learned. And you talk to anyone who's lived life, they will who's lived life successfully, who've really been able to clear a way for themselves and navigate. They will tell you the exact same thing. It doesn't have to happen in the future. It's right now. It's happening right now. The only thing that matters is right now. So, thanks.
Thank you.
Hi, Chloe Knox from Houston, Texas, H-Town. Follow me at Chloe Knox, all one word. I just wanted to ask, I'm a real tall bitch, and you are as well. First part, what size shoe are you?
In men's shoes, I'm a size 12.
Okay, women's?
I guess that's 14.
Right. Okay, I'm 15, and I don't want to embarrass myself, but last I checked, Iron Fist goes up to a 14?
Right. Well, you know, with Iron Fist, I think we did that, Tom, we did that for it was a one-shot deal. And they don't make those shoes anymore, do they? They're collectibles, yes.
Okay.
But no, the Iron Fist was a one-shot deal that, yeah.
Well, on that note, where do you get shoes? Are there any good places?
Truth be told, this is real tea, y'all. When, is that Mary Wilson? My God, Mary Wilson is here! Give up a round of applause for Mary Wilson. No, okay. All right, let me contain myself here. Truth be told, Ms. Knox, when I wear drag shoes, I walk from here to here. I don't do any more walking than that, actually. So the shoes I've had. My shoes don't wear out because I don't wear them out. I have the same shoes. I have some shoes that don't teeth. I had some shoes for 20 years, like 20 years. Because I walk. Well, you know, see, I just have behind the I walk. What's your name? Where are you from?
Derek Ingram.
Say it slower.
Derek. Ingram.
Ingram, like Luther Ingram. Yes.
That's right. That's right.
Are you related?
No.
No.
Fayetteville, North Carolina.
Fayetteville, North Carolina.
As the savior of the queer world.
Oh, please.
What do you see as the future of Drag Race?
Well, that's a good question. You know, every year, listen, every year we have such a great time doing it. We're casting season 9 right now. In show business, you realize get you back to work an extra day, you're doing really good. In fact, when people write to me on my Twitter or whatever and say, Ru, what's your advice for an aspiring drag queen? My advice is always the same. Get your real estate license. Because in show business, not just drag, in show business, it's the chanciest thing in the world. You don't want it. Nobody, show business, people are so fickle. I think people are more fickle today. These kids with the tweeting and the twitting and the stuff, and they're doing the Facebook and stuff, they don't have attention spans of a flea. So if you are depending on it, so when we do this show, which we, thank God, knock wood, we've been doing for many, many years now, I expect it to be canceled any day now. It's show business. It's no shade. It's just, it's the nature of the business. And we've had lots of shows. Last year we did a show about plastic surgery, which I thought was going to be a winner. It got canceled. We did Drag You, which I thought that was going to be a winner. Actually it was. We ran for 3 seasons. It was not So, but the future of Drag Race, who knows? Who knows?
Well, thank you.
Thank you, Fayetteville, North Carolina. Say hello to Ruth Anderson.
Hey, I'm Robin Menken. I was part of the old Coquette scene in San Francisco.
Oh, well, wait a minute. So say your name again.
Robin Menken, old school fag hag.
Oh, right on.
And my dad's name was Ru. Oh. So, question, thank you. And you wear it well and you're a great mom. What is your big dream that hasn't come to fruition yet?
I want a child. No. Well, that's a great question. I honestly, I try not to go too far in the future. I try to stay here. And right now, right here, is good enough for me. Right this way. What's your name? Where are you from?
Hi, I'm Tyler Turner, and I'm from
Tyler who?
Turner.
Tyler Tutta.
Tyler. And I'm from Chicago. So my question is...
Oh, you wrote it down?
I was nervous. I thought I was going to forget. So I said, bye. Okay. Okay. What have you learned by seeing all these different styles of drag since you been doing Drag Race and
You know, it's great thing. It's a great question. You know, doing this show for so many years, each year we have a new crop of kids who come through, and I learned so much from them, and so much of what's changed. And the biggest change I've seen is the shame attached to drag in the community and just around the world. Each year the kids come and they show up, and they are so proud, like gorgeous peacocks, strutting down here, and they are so beautiful. What hasn't changed, though, is the the stories they come from. A lot of times they come from backgrounds that where they had to escape and they had to make excuses. But slowly, even that is changing. I get so much energy from these kids season after season, and they get younger and younger. This season we've got Naomi Smalls, who's 21. She's 21, something like that. 21, crazy, and she grew up. I don't believe there was shame. And she had more shame about being a little boy who loves fashion than she had about the drag thing. In fact, the drag is empowering. That's what's so brilliant about drag, is that it's almost like a Superman costume to a Clark Kent. A lot sweet, sensitive souls need that armor to walk out there and give them that confidence. They raise put their shoulders back and strut on down. And if you've seen Naomi Smalls walk down the runway, you know what I'm talking about. Just amazing. So let me just ask you a question real quick. Now we have our finale coming up on Tuesday. Well, and we've got our 3 finalists. We've got Naomi Smalls, we've got Kim Chi, and we've got Bob. Mr. Trenta, who are you? Who are you rooting for?
In my honest opinion?
Yeah.
I was actually rooting for Chi-Chi. If I had to pick between the 3, I'm going to pick Kim Chi because she.
All right. Well, they think. In fact, I'll ask everyone. I'll say the name, and you tell me who you're rooting for. So, Bob the Drag Queen. What about Naomi Smalls? And what about Kim Chi? No idea who's going to be the winner, but I do want to thank each of you for coming out and supporting us. And remember what I said about Mother's Day. Be the mother to yourself. Treat yourself the way you feel you deserve to be treated. And also be the mother to all these children out here who are looking for guidance. I love you, and thank you so much for coming to DragCon.
Follow me here on Periscope and YouTube. Candy kisses. Have a great day. Thanks for watching. Bye.